everyone, I'm Pet with the Legacy 30 Guild, and as you can see here, I'm back at it again with this training dummy. I just got back into Demon Hunter after the talents were changed, and I'm sure everyone in the L30 Guild is tired of hearing this, but I'm not a fan of the talent change. I did reach out to Druid Man, and he let me copy his build. He also gave me a few tips. It was a good time. We did Farok after it. Was fun. So I'll be trying out that build today. Last time I was going for Soul Barrier and Feast of Souls, and that kind of led to a strange rotation. I'd kind of revolved the whole rotation around having Soul Barrier and how many fragments I could use to buff that barrier. As you can see, it would shield me for quite a bit, and every soul fragment I'd have available to me, it would kind of buff that shield up pretty nicely. It did have a 30-second cooldown, so I would kind of build up my fury, or pain I guess it is on a vengeance, and kind of base it on the damage I would take. So if I had really heavy incoming damage, I'd have a nice amount of this. And look at gear. It's pretty good. Got this from Sundial. I got these two rings. You can't get them socketed anymore. They were able to be double socketed during the when this was a current dungeon for the season. I just got the Dragon Spine trophy. Apparently this is a must-have. I didn't have it before. I was running Talisman, and this was kind of like an off slot for... Oh god, my bags are a mess. I would be using either Heart of Thunder, which is a fantastic trinket, but it, for longer sustained fights, 3-minute cooldown, if you're already at like 25 stacks on this, and that's down, that's a dead trinket. This one I've been kind of playing with. It's not the best. I was kind of desperate because I didn't really have much after that. I also have the Sharpened Twilight Scale, but it's kind of more for damage, which I guess it can be good for Leech if you need. But the other trinket is the Talisman of the Crag Shaper. Now, I found this one when I was looking through the adventure guide back when I was doing my Guardian Druid, and I was still new to level 30 twinking, and I was like, why hasn't anyone used this? It's a really good trinket. It's got Verse on it, which I like. It prevents 50% of all damage taken for 15 seconds, and it can absorb a maximum of 4,984 damage. And now the best part about it is that that's a 1-minute cooldown, so that's a fantastic trinket. It will save your life in a lot of raids. I'm sorry. And we've got, I'm not even gonna try and pronounce that, but we've got the Right Claw. It's got the Nagahide enchant, which will put an absorb shield on me, has a chance to at least. And now the best part about it is it'll increase my haste for 322 for 5 seconds. And you can see it has no other stats besides, 3 agility, but this has a fantastic uptime, and Druidman made a really good point. The haste basically cuts the cooldown time in half for these, 40% for Demon Spikes, which is really essential for what we're going to be doing now. And then I got the Hand of the Deceiver, which, it's a weapon, but get out of here, ads. I'm also using the Shadowlands gems. I kind of copied Druidman's gem setup there, where he uses the Revitalizing Doublé, and I also kind of copied his gems in terms of the meta gem, or at least I tried to. I don't think I got the exact one. But I did do the Shadowlands gems, the haste, the crit. From what I tried, it is definitely much different than what I was doing before. It does feel a lot more comfortable leading up to the death. I'm not yo-yoing quite as much in terms of health, and I'm not squeezing out the last possible second of any healing I can get before that soul barrier comes off cooldown. You can see in the prior videos before I died, I'd have like 2 or 3 seconds left on that soul barrier, and I mean that soul barrier is basically a full heal and that shield. I really like using it, but it does make everything a little harder trying to revolve the whole rotation off of it. You basically kind of screw yourself over after a little bit. But with the training dummy, absorbs are kind of king with it, because it just, having that extra pool of health is, I mean, once you get to so many stacks, it's just gonna one-shot you, because after it starts doing 8,000 damage, I mean, it doesn't matter how much I'm healing myself, a one-shot will be a one-shot. So, yeah, I guess we'll have at it. I do want to talk about buffs. Sorry, I'm getting over a cold. I do want to talk about the buffs. We'll go down this way. The Drums of the Maelstrom. This is basically a Wish.com version of Bloodlust. It only increases the haste by 15%, I think. I forget what the other ones do. The Ghost Elixir, versatility by 35 for an hour. Superior Mana Oil, it increases my versatility on my weapons, and I can do it twice because I've got 2 weapons there. The Skewered Eel, that's my agi food. It increases my agility and stamina. The War Scrolls, they're also the Wish.com version of your Battle Shout and your Fortitude. They're kind of a little more expensive, and every time I die, I have to use another one. And of course, the sad buff. you gotta have the sad buff. Another thing in here is the Elixir, the Deep Earth, increases my armor by 26. It's probably not the best. I mean, it's something. The way I play, I don't have a whole lot of space for keybinds. I know there's some people who do like Shift and like Shift Z, Shift X, and they use like modifiers for it. I should probably start doing that, because I don't have it on this character, but I've started using caps lock on my max level. That's how you kind of know it's getting a little cramped for keybinds. I mean, well, I think I have all my cooldowns back, so am I missing anything? No. Okay, I'm good to go. Got the sad buff. Alright. So we'll get back into it then. We'll see if I can clean up on this rotation. And I know it's not that serious because it's level 30 content, but I do like to kind of try and push myself to be a little bit better. Not better than everyone else, just better than what I think I can do. So we'll see how this goes. I'm basically just pressing 3 buttons right now for the beginner. And of course, it is a little different placing my sigils, because the way I have to do it is and then for it. And the way my keys are laid out on my keyboard, I can easily accidentally press the Windows key, and I've done that in fights before, and, you know, not something you really want to do. Start and you pop out in the middle of a fight, and you have to go and click off of it, and it doesn't want to be clicked off of. Yeah, I actually did that yesterday during the Farah fight, and I definitely died. I was trying to place the flash wheel, and then I died. So, yeah, it was a pretty intense debuff that I had, and I was able to heal through it the first 2 times, but it did drain my mana quite a bit. It's definitely fun, though. I will say that. I did not do a whole lot of Dragonflight or max level, really, since Legion. I didn't do a whole lot of anything. I was mostly just doing my low levels. And there is quite an appeal to low level for me. I gear very slowly in max level, and that kind of leaves me in a weird spot where the second I get good gear, it's just immediately made irrelevant by the time the patch comes. And I mean, it's all that work for what? And then I come back to my Twinks, and their gear is still pretty much best in slot. And you can just hop into a raid with all the other members of L30 and have a good time. Whereas in max level, it's kind of more persnickety, I'd say, for lack of a better word. I will say, for max level, I don't think it's in that great of a spot right now. It's, I don't want to say it's not well balanced, but there are some classes that make PvP a lot more of a pain in the ass. That's for sure. We don't really do a whole lot of PvP for level 30. It's, as Lucario said, it's kind of hard to kind of put together. Sorry, I'm trying to focus up here, but it is hard to kind of put together and get everyone in groups for. The arenas are fun. Like when you go to the Nagrand arena, that one was fun. So I was on 1K DVS. I could do a little more. I think I was missing my Sigil of Flames, and I was slow on the Demon Spikes. Here's the healing breakdown. Top one was Consume Soul. And we got Soul Cleave, Spirit Bomb. Gotta have that sad buff. Do my war scrolls. I'm missing this. Right. I do have 6 minutes of that, which, sometimes I'll use it, sometimes I won't. Just kinda, I get kinda weird about using it because I don't want to use it on a pull that might not be the best, because if I have a pull that's going really well, and it could go even more well with the haste, then I don't want to have to break it for this. So, I mean, I could kind of get it near the end if I pull it now. Yeah, I'll just go for it. So, for this, I'm kind of holding on to my... You'll see I'm fully on this and full on Pain, and I'm just holding on to it for each time he uses Uber Strike or each time I'm low. That's how I've been doing it, at least. It's probably a really... See, in here I'm going to use that Soul Barrier, and you can see it's a fantastic heal. And now I'm just going to build up my Pain and not use any of it until I start taking damage again. Because, I mean, what's the use of blowing all of that when I'm kind of full health already? So, we'll see here. I'll just use it again. And I kind of have to balance of if I want to use those soul fragments for healing or for saving up for that barrier, because the more fragments I have at the moment I use that barrier, the beefier the shield is gonna get. So just kind of chew on it more. Oh, and I need to build up that soul barrier. Will I have time to... Yeah, I'll have time to do a full one. So we're at 25. I'm just kind of chewing on it. Just waiting for that overstrike to take me down again. I've got 5 soul fragments on standby, and I have this backup. I'm going to use that now because I'm freaked out. And, yeah, this isn't looking good. Yeah, what did we get? 27 stacks, so not quite 28, but hey. And it's always right when soul barrier's about to come back up. It did get furthered, though, with the other build, so yeah, that's probably it for me now. I'm not used to talking all this much. Usually I can't talk at all in voice chat. That's voice chats late in the night. And I don't want to wake anyone here up. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys later.